Hello my dear friends, my name is Dr. Kafi and I am lead consultant at Kafi & Associates. Kafi & Associates is a one-stop HR shop specializing particularly in performance, transformation, staffing and leadership. In the previous episode of Performance Management Info series, we asked ourselves the questions about how an effective performance management system can create wealth and happiness for both employers and employees. But before I answer these questions, let us make the scope even bigger to include not just organizations but countries. Performance management systems have emerged as critical tools for organizational effectiveness and economic development across the globe. In developing countries in Africa, Asia, Central America and some parts of Europe, where public and private sector efficiency is directly linked to national progress, performance management is no longer a luxury but a necessity. This info series explores the concept of performance management systems from the lens of developing countries' unique socio-economic and organizational context, identifying the strengths, limitations, challenges and transformating potential of performance management systems within public institutions, corporate enterprises and emerging businesses. We will begin this program by reviewing the global evolution of performance management practices and then contextualize their relevance to developing countries, where economic volatility, bureaucratic inertia and policy inconsistencies often undermine long-term development goals. We will evaluate frameworks, tools and cultural compatibility to assess how effectively organizations in developing countries are measuring, managing and enhancing employee and institutional performance. Key findings suggest that although developing countries have taken preliminary steps towards integrating performance management systems across government and industry, significant gaps remain. The absence of accountability, lack of training, resistance to change, and poor alignment between individual goals and organizational strategy are common hurdles. Additionally, performance systems are often implemented as compliance tools rather than strategic enablers of growth. However, there is growing recognition of their importance in enhancing productivity, talent retention, and service delivery. The program concludes by proposing a contextual performance management model tailored to developing countries' needs. This model incorporates global best practices while addressing local, cultural, institutional and resource-related constraints. Through this information series, let us all work together to influence policy formulation, organizational strategy and human resource development practices in developing countries, ultimately contributing to national economic and social progress. The primary aim of this information series is to critically examine the role of performance management systems in contributing to developing countries' socio-economic growth and institutional effectiveness. This information series intends to evaluate the current status of performance management system implementation in public and private sector organizations across developing countries and analyze its impact on organizational development, employee performance, and national productivity. This aim stems from the observation that despite strategic initiatives and policy frameworks introduced over the past 2 decades, developing countries' economic growth has remained inconsistent. Factors such as weak governance, inefficient resource utilization, and poor accountability mechanisms have hampered progress. A well-designed and effectively implemented performance management system can play a pivotal role in reversing these trends by ensuring that organizations function efficiently and employees are motivated, evaluated and rewarded fairly. Moreover, the program aims to bridge the knowledge gap between global performance management practices and their adaptation in developing countries' context. While developed nations have leveraged performance management systems to drive innovation, accountability, and service excellence, developing countries' implementation remains fragmented and inconsistent. By examining performance management systems through developed countries' lens, this program aspires to present a framework that is both globally informed and locally viable. Ultimately, this information series aims to contribute to public policy, human resource development, and strategic management discourse across public and private sectors in developing countries. This performance management information series seeks to influence how organizations design and implement performance systems to achieve not just internal efficiency but also contribute to national development goals. Effective performance management systems, when contextually designed and strategically implemented, serve as catalysts for organizational excellence and national development. In the case of developing countries, where economic growth is often hindered by systemic inefficiencies and poor governance, a robust and culturally aligned performance management system can bridge the gap between policy and performance, ultimately contributing to sustainable growth. My argument is that developing countries' performance management landscape remains underdeveloped, and despite isolated efforts in both public and private sectors, there is a critical need for a unified, strategic, and adaptive performance management system framework. By examining global best practices and identifying local implementation barriers, this information series proposes that a hybrid performance management system model infused with accountability, technological integration, and strategic alignment can significantly enhance developing countries' institutional efficiency and economic potential. My dear friends, before I dive deep into the history, evolution, and mechanics of performance management systems, let me ask you, why should you watch and listen to this performance management information series, and why it is significant? In the 21st century, my dear friends, where global competitiveness is driven by innovation, efficiency, and adaptability, performance management has become a vital pillar for organizational success. For a developing country facing challenges such as slow economic growth, public sector inefficiency, and low productivity, the strategic implementation of performance management systems can be transformative. The significance of this topic lies in its potential to contribute to sustainable development, improve governance, and foster a performance-oriented culture in both public and private institutions. Despite having a sizable workforce and growing youth population, developing countries' productivity levels remain low. Much of this is due to inadequate systems for measuring and managing performance. Without clear KPIs, regular feedback, accountability structures, and reward mechanisms, organizations struggle to optimize their human and institutional potential. This information series is critical because it identifies these gaps and proposes solutions tailored to developing countries' unique socio-economic context. Moreover, performance management system is not just a human resource tool, it is a governance mechanism. In developing countries' public sector, where inefficiencies, corruption, and politicization of bureaucracy are persistent issues, performance management can bring transparency and accountability. It also supports merit-based decision-making, which is essential for public trust and institutional credibility. This program also gains importance in light of developing countries' commitments to the Sustainable Development Goals, especially goals related to quality, education, good governance, and decent work. A robust performance management system aligns employee objectives with organizational and national goals, thus creating a ripple effect of development. Finally, this information series is significant for academia, policymakers, HR professionals, and corporate leaders who are seeking ways to enhance performance in challenging environments. By offering both diagnostic insights and prescriptive strategies, this information series seeks to influence practice, policy, and scholarly discourse on performance management in developing countries. This is not an easy task, but since the time these countries have gained independence, they have been struggling with the issues of resources and human capital. Over the years, resources increased, but no effort was made to institutionalize human capital. The bureaucratic structure was inherited from the European colonial rulers, may it be British, French, Spanish, Belgium, Dutch or German, and was adopted without any material changes.
Please follow us on our channels Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and LinkedIn.